He said, "You overthink everything, you have a problem." I believed him. Then I found one message, one audio, and one witness. That's when I realized I was not the problem. He took the phone from my hand, placed it on the table, and laughed. "You overthink everything. You have a problem." I stayed silent, and for the first time, I truly felt he might be right. We lived in a small apartment in Chicago where the traffic outside never really stopped. My name is Alyssa, and I used to work at a medical billing office, until the company downsized last year. Since then, I've been scraping by doing freelance data entry, work that showed up unpredictably. Paying rent on time had become a monthly battle. And Mark, he was my boyfriend. At least, that's what I believed. It didn't happen all at once. At first, he said I was sensitive. Then he started saying I overreacted. After that, he began pointing out how I misunderstood things. Slowly, the story changed. My memory was unreliable. I got things wrong. "I never said that, Alyssa. You should see someone." At first, I got angry. Then I became confused. Eventually, I began doubting my own mind. One night, I asked where he had been. "I told you, I was at the gym." I remembered he hadn't told me anything. But he said it so confidently that I let it go. Soon, he started telling our friends, right in front of me, "She forgets things sometimes. She has anxiety." He was isolating me, but at the time, it felt like he was protecting me from embarrassment. So I convinced myself the problem really was me. Then one afternoon, while clearing out old emails, I saw a message. It wasn't from Mark, it was from another woman. "Is she still living with you?" My first instinct was to dismiss it. Maybe I misunderstood again. But when I read the entire thread, my hands began to shake. They had been talking for months. He described me as unstable. Said I accused him of things. Said I made things up. It felt like something cracked open inside my chest. I didn't confront him right away. I shut the laptop and waited. 2 days later, while he was in the shower, I noticed an audio file sitting on his desktop. I played it. It was Mark's voice. "She believes me. I just confuse her enough, and she backs off on her own. It's easy." I froze with my finger hovering over the trackpad. He had made me feel crazy, on purpose. I emailed the file to myself. Even then, a part of me wondered if I was missing context, if it was a joke, if I was twisting something again. Then came the third piece. A witness. My neighbor, Mrs. Carter, who spent most afternoons on her balcony with a mug of tea, called me over one evening. "Alyssa, I hope you don't mind me saying this." In her apartment, she spoke quietly. "I've seen him. With another woman. Not here, down the block. I thought maybe you knew." I didn't. She described a specific day, the same day Mark had insisted I was imagining things when I questioned him. Now I had a message. An audio file. And someone who had seen what I hadn't wanted to believe. For the first time, I understood. The problem wasn't me. I didn't explode. I didn't accuse him. Instead, I waited. Over the next week, I rented a cheap storage unit using what little savings I had left. I slowly moved my things, clothes, documents, my laptop, old family photos I'd never shown him. Then I sent an anonymous email to his employer, attaching the audio file. In it, Mark casually discussed client data in ways that violated company policy. I didn't lie. I simply passed along the truth. 2 days later, he was fired. That night, he came home looking lost, the same confusion I'd worn for months now etched across his face. "They said someone reported me. I don't understand." For the first time, I looked at him calmly. "Maybe you're remembering it wrong, Mark." He stared. I placed my phone on the table and played the audio. The color drained from his face. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. "I'm leaving," I said. I closed the door behind me and sat in my old Honda in the parking lot. It wasn't a cinematic victory. I still had debt. No steady job. I would spend the next month sleeping on a friend's couch. But something had shifted. I stopped doubting my own mind. A few weeks later, Mrs. Carter helped me land a part-time position at her cousin's clinic. It wasn't glamorous, but it was steady. One day, standing at a bus stop, I realized I wasn't constantly rehearsing explanations in my head anymore. For the first time, silence felt peaceful. Mark had made me question myself so he could move freely. In the end, the truth didn't need drama, just a message, an audio file, and someone willing to speak up. And me, finally believing myself again. If this story resonated with you or reminded you of your own strength, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Your support truly helps this channel grow and brings more real, meaningful stories to light. Thank you so much for watching and being part of this journey. It means more than you know.